Alright, it is now day 4 post-op surgery, and we're feeling pretty good. I can definitely tell that I'm not on any painkillers and that my initial anesthetics have worn off, but it's not unbearable still, so that's good. I've been trying to make sure that I'm wiping myself down with baby wipes just to stay clean. I've also kind of shampooed my hair. I can't really reach my whole head without moving my arms too much, but I tried to wash it with some shampoo and just run it under the shower with only my head, and I kept everything else dry. So just trying to stay clean in that way. I officially finished my last shot today, so thank God I do not have to do any more shots, no more blood thinners. So thankful for that, because it was kind of horrible and there's no way that I could ever do any kind of routine self-injection things. If I ever go on testosterone, it's gonna have to be a gel or something that is not a shot. I have been up and about, walking around the house and that sort of thing, but so far have not really gone on any walks outside. I think tomorrow I'm going to try and walk outside for a little bit and see how that goes. What day is it now? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It is now day 5 post-op. As you can see, I have my mud mask on, so my face has been really oily and really gross, and so I washed it with shower gel in the sink, and then I still wasn't feeling it, so decided to put on this mask thing. It's supposed to take the oils out or something, but it smells very luxurious, so I feel like I'm just on vacation, living it up, relaxing. In other news, I went on a walk today. It was a pretty long walk. I think I walked maybe a mile and a half, which ordinarily that's not that far, but with all of this on underneath a shirt, it was a while. I got a little bit sweaty, which was kind of gross, so I came back and I wiped myself down real well with baby wipes, and I kind of got underneath the vest a little bit, which was good, and got super clean, and then was feeling still dirty, so I did the face mask thing and it was very nice. But the reason I went on a walk was to pick up this gift that my friend sent me in the mail. So it's a tank top for the post-surgery arms and chest area stuff, and it says they them there. Isn't it adorable? It's great, it's perfect. I love the colors, I love it's a tank top, I love that it has cool pronouns on it, and yeah, super excited to wear this. I won't be able to until I can reach my arms through armholes and don't have to have shirts that button down in the front, but yeah, super stoked for this, so thank you to that friend who sent me this. You know who you are. Last night I was sleeping, or more accurately, I was trying to sleep, and I was just unbearably itchy everywhere under the vest. It was just so itchy, on my sides, near the drain sites, where I think the scars are, where I think the nipples are, basically everywhere there's tape on my chest. It just got so horribly itchy that I couldn't sleep for several hours. I just stayed awake and was squirming, trying to not itch, and casually just kind of rubbing over top of the vest to try and itch it, and it just was not a good time. It was just a bad time. I'm hoping that having given myself a baby wipe shower today, that will help a little bit, but honestly I wasn't able to wipe underneath all of the tape and stuff, so I might just be stuck with squirming, trying to have self-control and not itch myself until all this comes off, which might be a while. I do have my second post-op appointment tomorrow morning, where they're going to take the drains out. So that's good, and I think maybe they'll take off the tape at that point, but maybe they won't. So fingers crossed that the tape comes off and that things just aren't itchy anymore, because that was just really not fun. Oh, and my last bit of news for today was that when I've been emptying my drains morning and night, so right after I wake up and right before I go to bed, or in the evening time before I go to bed, and this morning when I woke up, it was the first time that I actually could record that I had 0 discharge from the drains, on both sides. So I think that's good, and you know, hopefully that means they're ready to come out and they won't have to stay in any longer than they absolutely have to, because I am sick of them. They are itchy. I feel them coming out of my sides. Sometimes they hurt, sometimes they itch, sometimes they just are unpleasant. So I am so ready to be done with these drains. I don't know why I'm so energetic today. Maybe it's the face mask. It smells very invigorating, so that might be it. Or maybe it's that I got outside and I went for a walk. That's the first time I've been outside since like, I think Friday or Wednesday. It's been a long time. It's Monday now, so it's been several days that I just haven't been outside, and like the sun was out and it wasn't too terribly hot, and I got to walk a little bit and it was really nice. So maybe that's why I'm energetic. Maybe it's the face mask. Maybe it's a poor night's sleep that makes me kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe this is sleep deprivation speaking. It could be any of a number of things. I'll see you all tomorrow after my second post-op appointment. Hooray for no more drains. Hello, it is now day 6 post-op and I am feeling fantastic. So I had my 6-day post-op doctor's appointment this morning and they took out the drains. It was amazing. Actually, it was not amazing. It was extremely painful. I was told that it wasn't painful, it was just weird and uncomfortable feeling, but no, I was lied to. It was extremely painful. It was not fun. Those drains were like in my body, like a solid, like at least 5 inches. It was like that much tube on each side that was like in my body, and thankfully I couldn't feel it like coming out from the inside, but on the skin it really hurt. Like it felt like something was like digging its way out of my side on each side, and it hurt. It felt bad. I didn't cry. I didn't even almost cry, but I emotionally wanted to cry, but I physically was not crying. It was just a bad time. Would not recommend, would not want to do it again. If I did have to do it again, I would probably take painkillers beforehand because it was just that unpleasant. But yes, doctor's appointment was this morning. They took off the drains, they took off all the tape. I got to see my chest for the first time, including the nipples, and it was amazing. It was so incredible to see. And then it had to go on under the compression vest again, which I'm now wearing. They also cleared me to take a shower. So the first thing I did when I got home was I took a shower, and it was kind of nice, but also awkward to like have to shower like protecting like everything on the front, and like only being able to like put soap up here and let the soap run down to like clean stuff, and like just generally being very gentle and making sure that I don't like, you know, get water like directly, like the shower water that's squirting very hard directly on my nipples and that kind of stuff. Something interesting did happen when I was showering. I all of a sudden felt like super lightheaded and like a little bit like nauseous in my gut, and felt like I couldn't really breathe that well, and then I lost hearing in my right ear, and then I started to lose hearing in my left, and I just felt very, very bad, like I was about to pass out. So I literally like just cut off the water, and I went and I just like totally nude just like laid on the kitchen floor. Like the bathroom's right next to the kitchen, so I just like laid on the kitchen floor and was just like, I feel really bad. I hope this passes. And then it eventually passed and it was fine. And then I drank a lot of water and I ate some food, and then I think that cured it. It was probably like a blood pressure kind of thing, so I was fine. I was worried that I was going to like fall in the shower by myself and like pass out, and then just like someone would find me later, but you know, it was fine. I was responsible and got out of the shower and ate food, and now we're good. So that was an interesting experience. After the shower, I was able to like wash up and like clean my hair with shampoo, which was amazing, and like wash my face properly, not just in the sink, and I was able to like clean all of the smelly dirty bits. So that was really, really wonderful, and I'm very glad to be in like fresh clothes with like fresh, newly soaped body, and yes, it was just good. So glad to shower. Thankfully, it came at day 6 and not like at 2 weeks. I've heard some people can't shower for 2 weeks, and I was struggling this morning. I was like, I hope they're going to release me to shower because I smell bad. I just stopped at the store on the way back to pick up some like bacitracin with zinc in it. It turns out they sent some home with me from the hospital, but because I was drugged, I was unaware of this, and so I got home and now I have the one that I bought and the one they sent with me, so now I have 2 things with bacitracin. I also picked up some like gauze pads and some like paper tape to like tape the nipples underneath the compression vest, so it should be all happy and like not infected, which we like keeping our nipples. I did notice when I took off my shirt and things that like one side, I think it was my right side, was like slightly lower than my left side, where like just or maybe it was higher, I don't remember which way it went, but one side was like offset from the other side, where like the nipple was lower and the scar was lower. And so it was just like, I don't know if I was just like holding my chest like at a weird angle, or if like it's just going to be uneven. I think if it does end up just being uneven, it's just something I'm going to have to get used to and be okay with. And you know, it will be what it will be, and it will be okay. Even if I'm just like not symmetrical and like uneven, it's gonna be okay. It's flat, it looks good, there's a little bit of swelling, but generally, like, my chest looks very good. I did have some, like, discoloration. It wasn't, like, grossly bruised, like, black or anything, but I did have some yellow, like, especially around the scars. It was, like, kind of yellow, and I thought it was, like pus or something, like, on the outside of my skin, but my doctor said it was actually, like, bruising on the inside, so it would go away. But generally didn't look too bad. It definitely, like, the longer I have the vest off, the more it swells. Like the puffier it gets. So I did notice that it was very puffy after the showers, probably also the hot water. But yeah, after, when it's first out of the compression vest, it's like pretty not puffy and like generally looks good. The scars look good. They don't hurt. I can feel like literally all of my skin except for right underneath one of my sides, like close to the, like right underneath the nipple. Underneath the scar, and then I haven't tried touching nipples yet because nipples are off limits. We do not touch them for multiple weeks as they heal. I also am finding that I'm much more mobile, where like I can actually move my arms around a lot more without pain, and more importantly without like stretching the scars, where like, you know, all this stuff on my chest is basically staying in the same spot. Even if I lift my arms like up to even here, it's like totally fine. So that's definitely given me a lot more range of motion, and has let me like kind of act more like a normal person as opposed to just like being a little T-Rex all the time. The spots where the drains came out of my sides, there are definitely like little holes there, and they were bleeding a lot. So the doctor did put like gauze and then tape, and like a lot of gauze and some tape over each side. And it's definitely starting to kind of bleed through a little bit, but like not in a bad way where like I need to like keep on layering on the gauze, just like you can tell it was bleeding a lot. So that's maybe not the best. It also kind of still hurts in those areas. Like it hurt for a while after they took off the drains. Like I could tell like it was a little bit sore like to the skin, which was like just unpleasant and uncomfortable and a little bit painful. So not my favorite thing ever, but very little in the way of medical things are my favorite thing. So, you know, here we are. Hello! We are now on day 7, 1 week post-op. This is exciting. It's been so exciting. I'm glad to not have drains anymore. It looks amazing. I'm so happy. Updates since yesterday. Drains being out is absolutely wonderful. I can go to the bathroom and like move around and like sleep and all of the necessary human things without the drains like being there and getting in my way, and they aren't coming out of my sides anymore, so I don't feel like this weird like pseudo-human cyborg thing. So you know, that's good. My chest does feel like bruised, like it hurts, but like not like an acute like I cut myself open kind of thing, more just like a I don't know, it feels like a bruise kind of. And then like the drain holes on my sides feel kind of like they're both pretty bruised. Like you can see like big dark purple bruises around them. And they also like don't feel the best, but at this point I just have band-aids on them and it's totally okay. My armpits also feel like they don't like hurt necessarily, but they're kind of uncomfortable. Like they kind of feel like if you went to the beach with like a swim shirt on and went swimming in the ocean and like there was sand in your armpit and like it was just like rubbing all day. It kind of feels like that, like kind of a friction rash kind of thing. So it's not like super comfortable, but it's not like the most horrible thing ever. So I've just been trying to like be a little bit more careful and like make sure that I wash really well in those areas in the shower. And I think that's been pretty, I think that's been helping, but it still doesn't feel great. I am continuing to gain mobility and all of that good stuff. I continue to admire myself in the mirror constantly. When I got out of the shower today, this was so wonderful. I got out of the shower and I put a towel around my waist and I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfection. Even though I'm like kind of still bruised and beat up and kind of gross looking, like it's still like, there's just nothing to describe it. It was so wonderful. Also, my friend Andrea sent me a package and it arrived in the mail today and I didn't know what was in it, but it was Haichu. But not just one package of Haichu. There's this package and this one and this one and this one and this one, and this one. There, no joke, 6 packages of Haichu, which is glorious and wonderful. This one's open because I have been snacking on it, so I love Haichu. I love Haichu because of Andrea. Andrea, thank you for introducing me, reintroducing me to Haichu. It is delicious and wonderful, and I love that you love it, and now I love it. And thank you so much for gifting me with these 6 ginormous packs of Haichu. Thank you. But yeah, everything else at the 1 week mark is looking pretty good. Like I feel pretty good. This is pretty great. I am super stoked to continue to feel better and better. Like I've heard that the worst of it is over, that I'm only going to continue to get back mobility and get back like feeling good and continue to move toward normal. There's nothing else. Hopefully, fingers crossed, unless something goes horribly wrong, that is going to be worse than what I've already experienced. So very thankful for that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing for more trans-related content. All right, until next time.